from Arkansas's #1 trusted source for weather. This is a severe weather alert.
Okay, hopefully that takes care of the audio issue here, guys. We've had a couple of issues this morning with internet and with the microphone issue here, guys. This is why we haven't gone live here. So hopefully you guys can hear me now. We do have a tornado warning up here in northwestern Arkansas. Not only this, but also the potential of 70-mile-per-hour winds up here this morning here. So give me just 1 second, and we're going to get this up and going for you guys here. So I do apologize for that. We do have I just want to make you guys know that regardless if we're live or not, we do have a 24/7 channel in case of an emergency situation like this here. So we do have a tornado warning in place right now here. This is still outside of Arkansas right now technically, but this will be pushing into same areas as yesterday, Crawford and looks like that's going to be Sebastian counties here. So let's go ahead and talk to you guys about this tornado warning real quickly here. So it's going to be from northwestern Crawford and southwestern Washington counties here, in southern Adair County until 6:15. A severe thunderstorm with strong low-level rotation that could produce a tornado at any moment is 7 miles east of Cherokee Landing State Park, moving east at 55 miles per hour here. So this is going to go for the areas Adair State Park, Natural Dam, let's see here, that's going to be Lake Fort Smith, Mountainburg, the Winslow area here. Same areas, yesterday morning we were live a little bit later, but we were live for a same tornado warning yesterday morning here. So this includes Interstate 49 between mile markers 27 and 48 here. So if you know anyone in these areas here, make sure that they're taking cover immediately. And I also understand it's 5 o'clock on a Saturday morning. Not a lot of people are up with us right now here. A lot of people, especially on a Saturday, are off work, etc. Make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately here. So we should be up and going now. If y'all can double check me real quickly here. I'm not sure who's up with me moderator wise here. So let me make sure, let me double check with Kim. I know we have Greg up real quick, and let's see if we can get them going this morning here. So I do apologize for the little bit of a late start, guys. We were trying to get on as soon as the tornado warning got issued, but we had some internet issues, the microphone started messing up and everything like that. So hopefully you guys can hear me. I'll double check myself and make sure that we're good. I'm also going to make sure that we're live on Roku, because we had a problem with Roku this morning as well here. So give me just a bit, and I've got all the notifications here, so we're good. And let me double check and make sure that we're live on Roku as well before we go any further with this tornado warning here. So also looks like we had some problems with the Siloam Springs camera this morning as well. So I'll double check. Like so far, we've had some issues this morning. So I'll double check with this real quickly and make sure that we're good. And we should be live on Roku this morning. So we're gonna make sure. And looks like we are good. Okay, so we are good on Roku, and we're good on Fire TV, and also we've got the Siloam Springs camera up here, guys. So like I said before, back to the tornado warning here in northwestern Arkansas. Not only the tornado warning itself, we got a kind of what we call a lot of issues up here with all the severe weather. We've got severe winds up to 70 miles per hour, the tornado threat. We also have flooding up here as well. A lot of people, we haven't talked about the flooding threat that was associated with this event. We got a flash warning up here for Benton and Washington counties until 8 o'clock. The operator indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rainfall across the area. If you are traveling right now, especially on Interstate 49, be mindful of the flooding threat along with the tornado threat here. But for my folks in Morrill, Cedarville, this is going to stay north of Fort Smith and south of Fayetteville at this current time. This is what we call a kill CS tornado. Pretty much what that means is go outside and see this for yourself, because you're not going to see it. It is still dark outside. The sun is just now beginning to rise. you're not going to see it. You're going to put yourself in danger trying to see this storm for yourself here, guys. So please, 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 please keep that in mind across the board here, okay? But let's take a look, and I'm going to do this. We're going to take a look at the rotation itself. It just crossed over from Oklahoma and into Arkansas. So this has been in Oklahoma for about 20 minutes now. It has just now crossed over into Arkansas. So what's going to end up happening, my folks in Winslow, Mountainburg, even in St. Paul, there more than likely is going to be an extension of this tornado warning here, and it's going to push into further into Crawford County and potentially into Franklin County here. So please keep that in mind this morning here. Like I said before, I understand it is 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, a lot of folks are still asleep. They're still working. You know, if they're not working, this is their off day, etc. Make sure that they know about what's going on right now here. That's why we posted about the timing. We posted about the upgrade to the level 3 at like 1 o'clock this morning here. So make sure anyone in these areas that they know what's going on here. So I like I said before, for those that are coming in, I'm not looking at the comments or anything like that, but we do apologize for the late start. We did have some internet issues here. But we are live, and we are talking about this tornado warning here. So far, it looks like the area of rotation itself is just now getting into Arkansas. It has been in Oklahoma for the last 20 minutes. It is just now getting into the state. My folks downstream, Winslow, Chester, the St. Paul area, make sure that they're getting into shelter immediately. Like I said before, it is almost 6 o'clock in the morning. Folks are not with us right now. Most are still asleep, etc. Blow their phones up. Do whatever you got to do to make sure that they are with us this morning here in terms of this tornado warning here, okay? So let me go ahead and turn the counties on so that way you guys know a perspective of where this is at. Right now, this is in southern Washington County and northern Crawford County here. Sebastian County's down here. This is going to be moving into northern Franklin County. Looks like it's going to go in that Crawford-Franklin County line, kind of riding along the border of those two counties here. We'll have to keep an eye on that here. And it looks like it's going to go into southern Madison County as well, and downstream could impact our folks in Newton County and northern Johnson County. So we'll have to keep an eye on this entire line. And this is the same line that has warranted that level 3 upgrade from the Storm Prediction Center for this morning here. So let me go ahead and kind of zoom down, and we're going to take a look at this particular area of rotation. It looks like we've got winds 68 mile per hour winds, and when you look at this product, by the way, it is going towards the radar, and it's then going away from the radar here. So the green is going towards Fort Smith, and the red is going away from Fort Smith. So you've got 68 mile per hour winds going into the storm, and then you've got 30 mile per hour winds going away from the storm. Looks like they just dropped. No, never mind. It's still in place. Just double check and make sure the tornado warning was still in place here. So 70 mile per hour winds going into the storm, 30 mile per hour winds going away from the radar here. So you're going from pretty much 68 mile per hour winds going towards Fort Smith, 30 mile per hour winds going away from Fort Smith, and you get a what's called a gate to gate, and that's where that tornado is pretty much at this point here. Let me double check and make sure my camera's good. Okay, so we're good. So folks in this area here, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to yourself and the outside as physically possible here, guys. Okay, so this is going to be your area of rotation pretty much right in here. Let's go ahead and take a look at your rotation strength here, and pretty much matches up to where we're looking at here. So right now the rotation itself is going to be pretty much, I would say by now, on County Road 295, headed towards the community of Winslow. So it is 5:55 this morning. Like I mentioned before, not a lot of people are going to be with us right now. But Winslow, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as physically possible here, okay? So I'm double checking in a couple of things here. Let me see here. It's like I got that tornado warning here. There's another one that's just southwest of Fort Smith right now. There's a new mesoscale discussion. I will get to that after the tornado warning has been dropped. And just double checking a couple of other things right now here. So we are live this morning. Like I mentioned before, just double checking a couple of things. I have not heard anything in terms of reports, but I will look into that and make sure that this thing is not being confirmed or anything like that here. So give me just a minute, and we will double check into this real faster. So that's going to be the National Service in Tulsa. So let me get my stuff working over here. So right now I have not seen any reports of this thing being on the ground. Keep in mind, this is 5 o'clock in the morning. You're not going to have a lot of storm spotters in the area and stuff like that here. Radar has not confirmed this as well. Looks like they did expand the tornado watch for much of the area until 7 o'clock. Brand new tornado warning is now fully into Arkansas, and it does now include Winslow. So, community of Winslow, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. This is south of the community of Morrow, east of the community of Evansville, but this is headed right for Winslow. So anyone in the Winslow area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Get away from windows, put as many walls to yourself and the outside as physically possible here. So double checking a couple more things here. Looks like they're just pretty much issuing the warnings right now. Haven't gotten any reports of this thing being on the ground or anything like that, which is great news. You know, whenever you deal with a situation like this, you don't want a situation where this thing's on the ground doing damage, etc. But we're still going to have to continue to monitor because it is showing a good amount of strong low-level rotation here. As you can see, compared to yesterday's tornado warning, it was that green blob that was showing weak rotation. Now this is showing strong rotation just to the east of Evansville, south and east of Morrow, and then west of the Winslow area and north and west of the Chester area. This is in southern Washington County and northern Crawford County right now here. So anyone in these areas, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. Another thing that I want to stress as well is along this entire line itself, and we'll go over to the rotation detection, you got to watch the entire line. So anyone that is under the severe thunderstorm warning in general needs to be on guard for the potential of a brief, quick spin up along this line. I want to make this clear because I know this is a basic severe thunderstorm warning, but keep in mind, I want you guys to read details of said severe thunderstorm warning. It is tornado possible, thunderstorm damage threat is considerable, and it's capable of producing 70-mile-per-hour winds. When the National Weather Service issued these warnings, they always make sure, especially with the severe thunderstorm warnings in a situation like this, that it's what's called tornado possible. So what does that mean? Pretty much anywhere along this line from Fayetteville, Perry Grove, Cincinnati, Summers, all the way down to the Van Buren, Cedarville area, that entire line is capable of producing these brief, quick spin-ups. That's why this severe thunderstorm warning is what's called tornado possible. The problem is trying to put a certain tornado warning out is trying to find out which area of rotation is going to be the more predominant. And that's why you get a tornado warning for the Evansville area and the Winslow area, because you can see that rotation as clear as day on radar. But along this entire line itself, I would definitely be ready to go in terms of making sure the folks are up, making sure they're ready to go, because regardless of this thing produces 70-mile-per-hour winds or not, you can still get a brief or weak spin up along this entire line of storms here, pretty much stretching from just south of Fayetteville all the way down to the Van Buren area here. So make sure that those that are under this warning that they're ready to go at 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning. I hate getting you guys up so early on a Saturday unless you have to be up for work or something like that. But unfortunately, this is a spring season that just continues to produce widespread severe weather. We've been doing this since March, and we're just not slowing down as of the first part of June here. So there's your tornado warning right now here. Like I said before, this is east of the community of Evansville. Winslow, you need to be taking your tornado precautions immediately. And also, you guys can see in the Solemn Springs camera, courtesy of the Joint Forces K9 group. I really appreciate y'all for getting that camera up in northwestern Arkansas for situations like this. It has been a stormy morning up there in northwestern Arkansas. We talked about it last night. We had a timing map out. We talked about it earlier this morning here, first thing this morning when level 3 got issued. So we're just now dealing with the storms coming into northwestern Arkansas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a track for this entire line. Now here's some good news for you guys in terms of this particular storm. The good news is starting to what we call bow out. In terms of the tornado threat, you don't want to see this because it starts to bow out, and that's when the tornado threat will start to kind of go down, okay? Bad news with this is that the wind speed, 65 to 70 mile per hour, will start to pick up. So this is a double-edged sword. It's good news in terms of trying to get rid of the tornado threat. It's bad news when trying to get rid of the damaging wind threat, because damaging wind threat will start to increase rapidly as this begins to bow out. So Winslow, you've got about let's go 15 minutes. I know it says 17, but it's going to take time for those that are asleep and stuff like that. Get them up, ready to go. And I fully anticipate this tornado warning to be extended further, which is probably going to include Winslow and the St. Paul area. So anyone that's in the community of Winslow and St. Paul, get them up, get them ready to go, and tell them to take their tornado precautions immediately. Let's zoom this out, kind of put some minds to ease real quickly here. These storms out here, Van Buren, Cleburne County, Searcy, Stone County, are not severe right now. I understand it is loud, it sounds chaotic outside, and none of these storms are severe. They're just barely under the severe levels, which is 58 mile per hour winds plus. Okay, you got the tornado warning that is going to be in southern Washington, northern Crawford, and then we have another tornado warning out here in eastern Oklahoma. This could pose a problem for Sebastian, Franklin, Logan, and Scott County. So for my first alert, no polygon in place right now, but we're going to have to watch this entire line of storms as it continues to move off towards the east here. So for right now, the ongoing warning is going to be for our folks in Washington, Crawford, and northern Franklin counties here at this current time. I have to keep an eye on this, but right now I'm going to watch the southern one as well. So my folks in Hackett, Boonville, same areas that just got through dealing with the tornadoes yesterday, get them weather aware. Be sure that they're watching that southern storm very closely here, because right now it is outside of the state, but this could pose a problem as we move into that 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning time frame for our folks in Sebastian, Logan, Franklin, and also into Scott counties here. But for right now, the ongoing tornado warning is going to be for our folks up here in southern Washington and northern Crawford counties here. Like I said before, the good news is they're trying to get rid of the tornado threat. This is now starting to take that backward C shape. When it starts doing that, it starts to bow out. Pretty much it wipes out any kind of mesocyclone that is in place. It really helps get rid of the tornado threat. Your problem you get with this as well is you switch from a tornado threat to a damaging wind threat. So my folks in Winslow, don't take this as, oh, we're completely clear from severe weather. That's going to happen. Still remain in shelter. Stay where you are. Stay hunkered down, because regardless if this thing produces a tornado or not, this is going to hit you with 70+ mile per hour winds, which can bring down trees, we can break down power lines, power poles, etc. So anyone that is watching this right now, that is in just to the north of the Chester area, north of Mountainburg, or just to the west of the Winslow area, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately, and make sure that they get away from windows as well. Because let's take a look real quickly at your wind potential here. So you can see, look at there, that right here is 60+, almost 65 mile per hour winds moving into the area. As a matter of fact, look at there, almost 70 mile per hour winds moving into the Winslow, the Chester, Mountainburg, up towards the West Fork area here. So regardless of this tornado warning, guys, you still need to be getting away from windows and away from the exterior walls, because this is going to be capable of producing a good amount of wind pushing through the area here. So let's take a look at the normal way that you would see this on your weather apps and stuff like that. As you can see, that backward C shape, and we'll do this. Let's draw real quickly here. So this backward C is good news in terms of trying to get rid of the tornado threat. Bad news in terms of the damaging wind threat with this particular storm here. And I wouldn't be shocked if we start seeing power outages start to come up, especially in southern Washington and northern Crawford counties here. So Winslow, the Chester area, Mountainburg, up towards West Fork. Let's go ahead and kind of zoom this out, and let's take a look further to the north as well. We got a very stormy morning right now. Benton, Washington, Carroll counties, Newton County, Searcy County, Van Buren County, etc. Very, very, very stormy morning across the area in northern Arkansas. We also, like I said before, that southern end, we're going to have to watch. That tornado warning still in effect down here in eastern Oklahoma. We got some severe thunderstorms moving into Sebastian and Crawford County. Have to keep an eye on that. But for right now, this particular storm here in southern Washington and northern Crawford counties is going to have to be watched very, very, very closely here, guys. Okay, so like I said before, those that are tuning in, if y'all can do me a favor, make sure you share this live stream. We're going to be watching this storm very, very closely here. Double checking a couple of things here and watching real quickly here. Let me see if we can get any reports. Right now, I haven't heard of anything here in terms of reports. Let me double check and make sure that I'm not missing anything on Discord here, guys. Okay, so right now, haven't seen anything. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this new warning. Okay, so now it looks like there is now a new tornado watch for much of north and central Arkansas that has been issued until noon today. So stay weather aware. Like I said before, I know it's the first thing on a Saturday morning. Folks are trying to sleep in, etc. Make sure that they know about what's going on right now here across north and central Arkansas, etc. This is going to be, we'll get that tornado watch as soon as that tornado warning has been expired, which is going to expire, I do believe, at 6:15 this morning. Double checking a couple of things here. Okay, so Taylor's with us now, so we should be good to go here. But yeah, we got a tornado warning in southern Washington and northern Crawford counties here. So guys, bear with me for just a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this going real quickly here. We should be live on YouTube. I'm not sure why. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on YouTube. Let me double check, and we'll get that taken care of here. So we've had a multitude of issues this morning. It looks like we should be live on here. Let me double check a couple of things. And I do appreciate you guys letting me know in the comments about us being... Okay, so we should be live on YouTube now. I do apologize for that. Let me double check a couple of things here. So yeah, we should be good to go. We're live on Facebook, and we're live on Roku and Fire TV, so we're good. Like I said before, I do apologize for not being live on YouTube. I thought I was live on YouTube. We had everything set up. Apparently it didn't kick through. YouTube's been acting really weird here, but we should be good to go now here, guys. Okay, so like I said before, this is going to be for our folks up here in northwestern Arkansas. I do apologize for the issues, by the way. I'm not looking at the comments or anything like that, but do not bash our team for all the issues that we've had here over the last couple of hours. It's been a very long spring. It's been a very long last week. We've had severe weather over and over and over and over and over again. We got more severe weather coming tonight into your Sunday. We're all ready for a break, so there's going to be issues thrown around here and there here, guys. So be patient with us. Like I said before, this is what we're going to have to watch very closely. But for right now, this is in northwestern Arkansas. A lot of folks that are watching this in central Arkansas, you do not have to worry right now. There is a tornado watch in place until noon today. But I want to make this clear. There is no ongoing threat in central Arkansas. This is in northwestern Arkansas, near the Winslow area, the Chester area, St. Paul, up just north of Fort Smith here. So if you're in central Arkansas or you're in southwest Arkansas watching this right now, there is no ongoing tornado threat in those areas. This is in northwestern Arkansas. Please, 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 please keep that in mind here, okay? But for my folks in Winslow, the Chester area, southern Washington, northern Crawford County, and now this looks like this is going to be posing a problem for northern Franklin and southern Madison County up here. A new tornado warning has been issued. Let's talk about that new tornado warning. It's going to go from northeastern Crawford and southeastern Washington County until 6:30 this morning. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was moving east at 45 miles per hour, so it's going to be moving towards the Winslow area. Also, Lake Fort Smith. There's a lot of folks that are camping right now. Get them a heads up as well. The Mountainburg area, the Blackburn area. This also includes Interstate 49 between mile markers 33 and 47 in this point here, guys. So make sure, I know this is not impacting any major populated area here, but we got folks that live out here in the Winslow community, southern Washington County, northern Crawford County, etc. Keep this in mind, that there's a tornado warning up there right now. Give those folks a heads up. That tornado warning is going to go until, looks like it's going to go until 6:30 this morning. So a 20-minute extension with the tornado warning right now here. So folks in the Winslow area, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. To be double check and make sure that we're live on YouTube. So we should be good to go. And we should be good to go now on here. Okay, so now we're live on YouTube. We're good to go. I'm going to send a post notification out on our mobile app. By the way, if you have an iPhone, we don't have this for Android yet, but if you have an iPhone, go download our Arkansas Weather Watchers app here, because I can send notifications out whenever we go live, etc. here. So let me get to that real quickly here, and we're gonna double, like I said before, we're gonna send this out. I'm not sure what's going on here. We should be good over here. So let me double check a couple of things here, and I'm gonna send this out. Pretty much we're going over the tornado warning up here in northwestern Arkansas this morning here. Okay, so let me see here. There we go. Let me do this, and let me see here. We should have shared it over to the community group, and I'm going to share it over to our messenger channel as well here. So give me just a bit, and we'll get that taken care of for you guys here. So looks like we've got Taylor with us here. Looks like we've got that notification for the extension of the warning. So let's do this. Okay, ongoing tornado warning coverage in northwestern Arkansas. Okay, so we've got that taken care of now. So you guys should be getting a notification. If you follow our messenger channel, you should have gotten a notification about the ongoing live stream here. And I'm going to send this out via our weather app, and I think we should be good to go at this point here to kind of wake some folks up here in northwestern Arkansas. So we've got that sent out, and we're going to be good to go here. We should be live on YouTube. Roku's up, Fire TV's up, so we're good to go here. So let's talk about this tornado warning real quickly here. Let's go back over to that rotation. Looks like Tulsa did extend that tornado warning just for a precaution, because it looks like there's still some mid-level or low-level rotation just to the west of the Winslow area. So right now, if you're in Winslow, like I mentioned before, regardless of the tornado threat, this is still capable of producing 70+ mile/hour winds. So stay hunkered down. Don't go anywhere. Get away from the windows. Get away from the exterior walls. Get to that lowest center part of your home while you're there. Grab pillows, blankets, helmets, etc. Like I said before, treat this as if this thing was on the ground doing damage. Right now, it is radar indicated here. Looking at the latest couple scans, I do still see that rotation that's going right over the community of Winslow right now. So if you're in that area, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. Let's zoom down. Looks like that's going to be County Road 41. It's pretty much right over 41 right now. And that's going to be County Road 128. This is right over the community of Winslow. So this entire area that you see that is circled, that is the area of rotation that has prompted the tornado warning here. So right now, if you're near the Winslow area, make sure that you're taking your tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls to yourself and the outside as physically possible here. Now, another thing, like I said before, do not ignore this severe thunderstorm warning that is in place, because a lot of people will see the tornado warning and think that's the worst of the weather, and that's it. This entire line is capable of producing 70-mile-per-hour winds and embedded tornadoes here. Hence why the severe thunderstorm warning is labeled tornado possible. So anyone that is along the line here, what we'll do is we'll draw a track for the entire line of storms here. That pretty much stretches from Perry Grove all the way down to the Cedarville to Van Buren area here. Okay, so I'm gonna track this out at about 50 miles per hour here. So anyone in the path of this storm, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions, meaning make sure they're getting away from those exterior walls, etc. I'm going to clear up the special weather statements here and take out the flooding for just a second, so that way we can kind of clear the map off. But you can see there's the entire line of storms here, so pretty much from Ekins to Mountainburg, all the way down to Van Buren, Fort Smith, Mulberry area, same areas we dealt with yesterday with the tornado warnings here. You're back under the gun once again. St. Paul, Ozark, the Altus area, Coal Hill, the Hartman area, Ponica, Wayton, and also Jasper. That is going to be Washington, Crawford, Franklin, Johnson, Newton, and also Madison County up here. So if you know anyone in these areas, also northern Sebastian County as well, and also northern Logan County, you know anyone in these areas, make sure that they're up with us. I understand 6 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, especially if you were out and about Friday night or this is your off day. The last thing I want to do for you guys is wake y'all up on a 6 o'clock on a Saturday morning here. But unfortunately, Mother Nature just continues to throw severe weather in Arkansas's way. So this is what we've got across the board. So this is for the entire line, which does include the tornado warning itself, because we're going to treat this severe thunderstorm warning as if it was a tornado warning, because it is tornado possible across the area here. So let's zoom this out and kind of give you guys a perspective of what's going on here, because we got folks that are going to be watching this that are in Heber Springs, that are in Searcy, are in Clinton, that are in Marshall, Batesville, etc. They're going to be wondering, why are we not talking about those areas? It sounds loud outside. It sounds tornadic. None of those storms over there in north central Arkansas are tornadic right now. They just sound very, very loud. And I understand the storm anxiety is through the roof right now here. We've had, countless risks thrown our way here in Arkansas, and it just continues to be like this as we move, as we're now in early June. So none of those storms in north central Arkansas are severe right now. It just sounds extremely loud, but none of those storms over there are severe. These severe storms right now are now coming into northwestern Arkansas, pretty much following along the timing map that we posted late yesterday evening, and we also posted first thing this morning as well when the level 3 got issued. So if you've been watching our page, if you've been following along, this is why we tell you guys so much. Don't rely on just Facebook, because Facebook will not send those posts out. They won't send the notifications out, etc. Make sure that you're following along with us on Roku, Fire TV, YouTube, all those other platforms here, because Facebook is not good for getting the notifications for severe weather here. But if you've been following along with us and you did get those notifications, then we did have a timing map on the page yesterday talking about this severe threat coming into northwestern Arkansas this morning here. So looks like the tornado warning still remains in effect till 6:30 this morning. I've got a track for the entire line of storms here, and what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to take a look, make sure I'm not missing anything here. So I'm going to go over to here. Let me see if we've got any media reports or anything like that. Looks like we're good. Let's see here. Let me double check a couple of things here. Thank you, Taylor, for being with me this morning. Looks like that we're good to go here. It should be the question bot, by the way. I'm just answering this in here. So the question bot should be up and going on Discord here. If it's not, I'll double check and make sure, but it should be up and going now. Yeah, it is. So if you have questions or anything like that in Discord, you should be good to go on here. And it is on, by the way. Just be patient with us in terms of getting answers and all that. But other than that, I think right now we're just kind of taking a look at this tornado warning. I haven't heard anything in terms of this thing being on the ground or anything like that, which is great news. Let me double check a couple of things here. So right now, Tulsa's continuing the severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible for northwestern Arkansas, and it does include a couple of counties in Oklahoma. Right now, just based off of this, I have not heard any local storm reports about this being on the ground or anything like that here. Now, I want to urge a little caution with this. Yesterday, the Van Buren tornado, we didn't hear about it until 15, 30 minutes after it happened here. So it takes a little bit of time for any kind of local storm reports to kind of filter into our system and stuff like that. So don't rely on, hey, we haven't heard anything that hadn't touched down, I'm not going to take shelter, there's nothing going on. There's a tornado warning in place, respectfully so, from the National Weather Service in Tulsa. So make sure that if you're watching this right now, that you are paying attention, that you know what a tornado warning is. It is in southern Washington, northern Crawford County, and is moving to the east. I've got a track. This track, by the way, if you see your city on this list, get away from the windows, get away from the exterior walls, put as many walls to yourself and the outside as physically possible here, because not only for the tornado warning, but this is also going to be capable of producing 70-mile-per-hour winds pushing into northwestern Arkansas. We're also going to watch these storms coming out, from eastern Oklahoma as well here. With being 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to get me some apple juice and kind of wake up with you guys as well here, because like so forth, this is the second time that we've gone live for our folks up here in northwestern Arkansas, with it being 6 o'clock in the morning, and we're all human beings here. So I'm about as tired as you guys are in terms of all this severe weather and everything like that here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this up. I'm going to leave this track up because this is good for the entire line. I'm going to zoom down personally to kind of take a look at this area of rotation here. But what I want you guys to do is take a look at that left side of the screen here. That's going to give you your exact time, and it's also going to give you the cities that are impacted by this while we talk about the ongoing tornado warning itself here. So I'm going to put the rotation tool on, and right now, just looking at this, it looks like the area of rotation has passed over Winslow. Winslow, you just stay where you are, hang on for just a little bit longer, and then you should be good to go. But the area of rotation right now is pretty much riding along that northern Crawford, southern Washington counties up here in northern Arkansas. So right now, the area of rotation looks like it's going to be over NFR 1700. Looks like that's going to be County Road 4114. I'm going to turn on some roads as well. The highways, if you give me just a bit. And I'll start on some highways here. It looks like it's just to the east of Highway 71. It's County Road 4114. Let's see, that's Sunset 38. Let's see, that's County Road 124. That's Highway 23 as well. That's going to go for the community of St. Paul. Let's zoom this out a little bit further. And this is also going to go for our folks over here in the Ozone area. This is northern Johnson, and this is also southern and southwestern Newton counties here. Speaking of Newton County, kind of quick shout out to Michael up there, Michael Rhodes. He does an amazing job of coverage up here near the Jasper area and also all of Newton County here. So be sure to go check him out as well, especially up here in northern and northwestern Arkansas. There's a lot of talent up here that give you guys wall-to-wall coverage along with us here at Arkansas Weather Watchers when it comes to tornado warnings, etc. here. So right now it looks like the area of rotation is pretty much in, I would say, in northern Crawford County here, more so than it is southern Washington County. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on our rotation indicator here. So give me just 1 second, and should be coming up. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be an area here. The reason why you really can't see it is because I've got the track overlaid for those that are tuning in and stuff like that, so that way they know what's coming. I'm going to have to redraw that because I just realized that may be a little bit outdated. So give me just a bit. I'm going to clear this off so you guys can now see where the area of rotation is. This is northeast of the community of Mountainburg, south and east of Winslow, south and west of the community of St. Paul. This is north of the interstate, by the way. So this is north of Interstate 40. This is east of Highway 71 over here as well. So this is going to be what the troublemaker is. It's now on the edge of the tornado warning here. So I wouldn't be shocked. There's an additional tornado warning that may get issued for St. Paul, and also northern Franklin, and that's going to be southern Madison County up here. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as this continues to move off towards the east. Now, like I mentioned before, some good news. We don't have a consolidated area, kind of like what we had yesterday near the Van Buren area. We don't have a consolidated area of this thing, completely on the ground, doing damage, etc. The area of rotation looks pretty broad now. Your problem you're going to run into is two things. Number one, this can strengthen very, very quickly. I want to stress that. And then number two, not only are you dealing with a tornado threat, but also 70-mile-per-hour winds are going to be possible with this storm as it moves off towards the east here. So what we're going to do, including the tornado warning itself here, I'm going to take us back to this. I'm going to clear all these words off, kind of make the map a little bit less complicated here. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to take this off so that way we clear all these products off of here. And I'm going to put a brand new track for our folks pretty much. That's going to include the Boone County area. There's Madison County all the way down here. So give me just a bit. I'm not sure why that didn't connect. And we'll do this. Give me 1 second here. I'll do this. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be for your track right through here. Okay, and this is going to be pushing off towards the east. I'm going to clock it at 50 miles per hour. So if you're just now tuning in with us, like I said before, 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning, lots of people are either sleeping in, this is their off day, or they were out and about last night or something like that. Make sure that they know what's coming up here in northwestern Arkansas. Tornado warning still remains in effect for the next 6 minutes here. Okay, so let's see here. They just now extended. Let's see. That's gonna go for the one in Oklahoma. Okay, so that's the tornado warning down there until 6:45. Looks like they have expired the tornado warning that was for Crawford and Washington County. Let me double check into that real quick. And let me go back here. Okay, so right now I haven't seen any, and like I said, for the good news with this, because I'm looking at our chat here, and I got my phone up along with the monitors and everything like that. I haven't seen any reports, any local storm reports right now here. Like I said before, it takes a little bit of time for those storm reports to come in, but right now I haven't seen anything that has warranted that this thing is on the ground doing damage, etc. It's great news whenever we deal with a situation like this. Now, a couple of things I'm a little worried about. I'm going to take a look, and let's go back over to your rotation detection real quickly here. This is your area of concern right through here. Now, in the latest scan, it looks like we're now on a weakening trend. Great news. Now, like I said before, I want to stress, you don't want a situation here where you let your guard down because one scan looks like it's weak. We saw this yesterday in Van Buren where the rotation looks like it was starting to die off, and it re-intensified, produced a tornado, and we've had several reports of significant damage in that area here. So whenever there's a tornado warning, even if it's a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible, you want to take it seriously, guys. Okay, so right now I would put the area of rotation here pretty much on the NFR 1007 road up here. This is in This is in far northeastern Crawford County up here. This is actually going to be moving into, looks like it's going to be moving into northern Franklin County and also into northwestern Johnson County here. So what I was worried about, because I was looking at this on my other phone, I think this is radar contaminated. I'm not, like I said before, I haven't heard any reports of this thing on the ground or anything like that. It takes a little bit for the reports to come in. But right now, I am a little bit concerned with this area of flotation. I think what they're going to end up doing is there's probably going to be an extension of said tornado warning that's going to go kind of like this. So we're going to have to wait and see. The latest scan now is starting to kind of weaken that rotation more and more and more. We can take a look at our rotation strength here. Should be coming up shortly. Still showing strong rotation here, pretty much in this same area here. So what probably will end up happening, per National Service in Tulsa, they'll probably issue another tornado warning once this one goes away at 6:30. They'll probably issue another tornado warning for this area here. If they don't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang on until probably 6:45 just to be on the safe side here, because I'm starting to see some strong rotation pretty much right there on that county line from Crawford, northeastern Crawford, going into northern Franklin counties here. So we're going to keep an eye on that. If they issue that tornado warning, it is going to go for northern Franklin, northern and northwestern Johnson County, and southern Madison County up here. So we'll keep an eye on here. But right now, it looks like it's going to be right over Bidville Road in Crawford County. I'm wondering if they're going to extend this tornado warning further to the east. We'll have to keep an eye on this. They could localize this tornado warning here, and that's going to go for the community of St. Paul, etc. I'm going to keep an eye on it here. I know it's going to expire in about the next 2 minutes. I'll see if there's any, let's see here. So the tornado threat has diminished. Tornado warning will be allowed to expire at 6:30. However, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for the potential of damaging winds in this area. Tornado watch remains in effect until 7 o'clock. So what I'm going to do, Arkansas, I'm going to hang on here. I'm going to go with my gut instinct. I'm going to hang on for about another 10 to 15 minutes. If this dies, then obviously I've got you guys here, and we'll talk about what to expect later in the day. I'm not necessarily sure if we should have probably let this tornado warning expire, because I am still seeing a good amount of rotation in this area. Not knocking at National Service or anything like that, but I'm going to keep an eye on it here, because I know this is on a weakening phase. The damaging wind threat is still there, and this is what's going on, is this is starting to bow out, so it kills any mesocyclone rotation that's going on, and it replaces it with the damaging wind threat. I'm going to keep an eye on it here for another probably 10 to 15 minutes. Let's see what happens. Tornado warning is going to get dropped at 6:30, but I'm going to keep an eye on it here. I'm going to hang on for just a little bit longer, Arkansas, because gut instinct's telling me that this thing could redevelop here in northern Franklin County. So folks that are in this severe thunderstorm warning, I know it is tornado possible for the right reasons until 7 o'clock. Take this seriously. Along this line of storms here, especially on the leading edge, we could get a rotation and develop in any given moment here. So we're going to kind of hang tight for a little bit. We are going to let that tornado warning. Tornado warning has been dropped per the National Weather Service at 6:30. So now we have a severe thunderstorm warning in place up here in northwestern Arkansas. Another area of concern, not taking anything away from down here, it's up here near the Huntsville area. Another area of concern, another area of flotation. We'll have to keep an eye on here. This is south and west of the community of Kingston, or south of the community of Huntsville up here. This is actually going to be moving into Newton County towards Apponeca and also the Jasper area here. So we'll keep an eye on it for us here in Arkansas. What I'm going to do for just a bit is we're going to kind of take this out, and I'm going to turn off the, let's see here, I'm going to turn off all these products except for just severe thunderstorm warning and a tornado warning right now. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this on a national scale so you guys kind of see what's going on, while kind of hanging tight in case this produces another, tornado warning in this area here. So this is your entire line of storms. If you give me just a bit, and what we're going to do is this. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, so this is your entire line of storms as pushed through the area. Okay, this is your entire line. You got a tornado watch that is in place. Let's talk about said tornado watch. Tornado watch is going to be in place until 12 o'clock for much of north and central Arkansas. We will be working on timing. I'll be working on getting the graphics and stuff like that coming out here in just a little bit. But we do have a tornado watch that is in place until 12 o'clock this 12 o'clock lunchtime. Right now, this activity here, let's talk about this. Starting north central Arkansas, then we'll ease our way back into northwestern Arkansas here, okay? So let's take a look at this real quickly here. What I'm going to do is, let's do this. So this is your loop over the last couple of hours here. So there's your line of storms moving into northwestern Arkansas. There's your cluster of storms in north central Arkansas here. So we're going to zoom down. Let's take a look at these couple of storms here. So right now, we're taking a look at a couple of these, taking a look, severe thunderstorm warning in place. Van Buren County, also Cleburne County. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning tornado possible now until 7 o'clock for the Pangburg area, the Pleasant Plains area, and northern White County here. So earlier on, when we were telling you guys that these storms weren't severe, guess what? They're now severe because how in the world are we getting daytime heating? Well, your sun's starting to come up. You're starting to get that daytime heating across the board here. So what we're going to do for just a bit, like I said, not taking anything away from northwestern Arkansas, I am going to talk about these storms over here because we do have a tornado possible tag in place here. If you give me just a bit, I'm going to see if I can get, let's see, okay, right now I haven't seen anything across the board, but yeah, we've got that severe thunderstorm warning tornado possible tag in place. Let's see, southwestern Independence County, southeastern Cleburne County, northwestern White County until 7 o'clock. Severe thunderstorm was located near Pangburg, 7 miles southeast of Heber Springs, moving east at 15 miles per hour here. So this is going to go for Hickory Flat, the Providence area, Pangburg, the Hopeville in Cleburne County. This is also going to go for Bald Knob, the Plainview in White County, Crosby, and Heber Springs in these areas, and also the Albion area. So remember, tornado watch is in place until noon today for north central and central Arkansas here. So we're going to watch these storms closely. This is well ahead of the line of storms here. So this is not the main route. I want to make this clear. There is a line of storms that are coming out from northwestern Arkansas. This is ahead of the line itself, and I'm pretty certain there's a boundary that is laid out somewhere in here. And what happens in this particular situation here, let's go over to your rotation strength real quickly. If this were to be the case, and I think if this matches up to what I'm looking at here, this is likely going to go tornado warning coming up shortly. My folks in Bald Knob, the Russell area, Bradford, Latona, Pangburg, this is north of Searcy, so you're good to go. Be ready to go, because if this thing strengthens, this is likely going to be a tornado warning for the White County area here. This is north of Searcy, west of the Bald Knob area, and near the Bradford area. This is going to be, I'm going to call it Highway 167 over here in the White County area here. Now, this is an interstate now, but I will always see it as Highway 167. So, right now, this is going to be south and east of the community of Latona. Keep an eye on this, because if this strengthens, this is likely going to be a tornado warning for our folks in White County here, okay? So, we'll keep an eye on that. Like I said before, we're also going to watch these storms coming out from northwestern Arkansas. Let's go ahead and take a look real quickly here. Right now, like I said before, I'm going to hang tight, because not only we're watching this line in northwestern Arkansas, I'm going to see what they do with this one here, because if this latches onto the boundary, this is going to produce a tornado in the White County area here. So, let me double check a couple of things real quickly. Right now we should be good to go. Let me double check, make sure. Not seeing anything. There's media reports right now. So looks like in the Heber Springs area here. Appreciate you guys for sending that information in on Discord. Right now I haven't heard anything, this thing being on the ground or anything like that, but this is making me a little nervous right now in the White County area here. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. Right now, if you know anyone in these areas, make sure that they're taking their tornado precautions immediately. Get away from windows. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible here. So, give me just a bit. Alright, there we go. Alright, so it looks like there's going to be the area of rotation. Right now, it's going to be pretty much just on the north side of Searcy. This is going to be on the west side of Bald Knob right now. And also going to be to the north and west of the Jeffersonia area here. So we're going to watch this storm closely. It is showing some broad rotation, like I said before, not taking anything away from the storms right now in northwestern Arkansas. I'm going to double check a couple of things here. Looks like there's a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible up there in northwestern Arkansas until 7:15. They have not issued a tornado warning yet for White County here. I'm going to kind of quote-unquote call this an Arkansas Weather Watchers tornado warning in this area, because this is making me very nervous right now here. There's a strong area of rotation in place. This is north of Searcy, west of the Bald Knob area. This is severe thunderstorm, tornado possible for the right reason. Looks like it's showing a good amount of rotation. Let's go to your rotation strength here. Yeah, that's that's kind of what I expected here. It's showing some strong rotation north of Searcy, west of the Bald Knob area here. I'm really shocked that this hadn't gone toward warned yet. This is my first alert, my folks up here in Searcy area. This is in White County. Keep an eye on this storm, because if it latches onto the boundary, this could produce a tornado in any given moment here. So what I'm going to do, because it looks like the severe thunderstorm warning is going to go until 7 o'clock. It's moving east, roughly about 20 miles per hour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a track just for this area of rotation itself. Give me just a bit. We're going to put it to the east. I'm going to clock it. Let's go 20 miles per hour in this particular area here. Okay, so I'm going to do this. So right through here. Okay, so it's going to go for the community of Russell and the community of Bradford up here. This is in White County. This will eventually make its way into northwestern Woodruff County and southern Jackson County. Keep an eye on this storm. Like I said before, it's severe thunderstorm warning toward POS. I know a lot of people will ignore the severe thunderstorm warning. Do not ignore the severe thunderstorm warnings today, guys, especially if they have the label of tornado possible with it here, guys, because the situations like this, that this could produce a tornado at any given moment. Let's take a look at your debris indicator here, and man, Arkansas, let's do this. We're gonna do this, Arkansas, real quick. So let's go back over to your rotation strength real quick. Okay, this is what we call a mesocyclone. It's pretty broadened out, and then I'm gonna go over to your debris, your what we call your CC drop. Right now, this is not correlated with the area of rotation here, so that's some good news. I was going to say this is making me a little nervous, but right now, looks like we don't have a confirmed tornado in this area here, which is great news. But I'm going to keep an eye on this, because this is something that we've got to watch very closely, especially with a boundary near place here. So what we're going to do is I'll show you what I mean here. Okay, so this is going to be your wind direction. Should be coming up here just a second. Give me 1 second here, and I'll get that for you guys. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is this. Should be coming up here shortly. I'm not sure why I didn't do it. Okay, well, anyways, there's let's call it a boundary. So yesterday you had a line of storms move through, and it left a boundary. What's called an outflow boundary. Well, what said boundary has retracted to the north in response to your other storms that are coming in from northwestern Arkansas. So right now, if this latches on to said boundary, what happens is this becomes favorable, localized for a tornado threat. And this is in White County, by the way. This is north of Searcy, west of Bald Knob, and south and east of the Latona area. But to keep an eye on this. Right now, pretty broad rotation. This is some great news, but we'll keep an eye on this particular situation here. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so Heidi's with us here this morning. Thank you, Taylor, for giving her a phone call and getting her up, because right now we do have that area of rotation in place here. So right now it's going to be just to the west of Bald Knob. I'm really shocked this hadn't gone toward warned yet. I'm really shocked this hadn't gone toward warned. We're going to go ahead and kind of treat this Arkansas as if it was a tornado warning in the White County area here. So this is west of Bald Knob, north and east of Searcy, and west of the Augusta area here. I want to stress, not taking anything away for our folks over here in western Arkansas. I want to make that crystal clear. Not taking anything away from these storms over here. There is no ongoing tornado warnings in this area except for the one down here in eastern Oklahoma. Right now, I feel a little bit more worried about the storm in White County. That is all by itself. It's away from the main line of storms. I'm a little worried about that one compared to the line itself. The line itself will be capable of producing 70-mile-per-hour winds. We'll take a look at the power outages real quick. It looks like power outages are now over 3,500. So the power outages are now starting to rack up. So this morning, if you're watching this, and the storms haven't impacted you just yet, get your phone charged, get your electronics charged, and stuff like that. But right now, I'm a little worried about this particular storm near White County because it's by itself, it's away from the main line of storms, and it has the sky to itself. Okay, so right now, we're going to kind of hang tight. I want to see what ends up happening with that storm in northern White County here. Regardless of the fact is, these storms will be capable of producing 65 to 70-mile-per-hour winds as they push through the area here. Like so far, not taking anything away from western Arkansas, because there's going to be somebody that's going to say we're not covering those areas. We are. Main threat will be 60 to 70-mile-per-hour winds, and yes, it is tornado possible. But right now, if you were to put these two on a different scale, the higher probability of a tornado would go towards the Cersei storm versus a line of storms right now. Because a line of storms, if they do produce a tornado, it's going to be brief, quick spin-ups. If you go for one for Cersei, it's all by itself. It doesn't have a lot of storms to compete with, and it has the environment in place that it could produce a tornado in any given moment here. So we're going to watch that situation very, very, very close here. It's going to be north of Cersei, just to the west and southwest of the community of Bradford at this current point. So we're going to hang tight. I know there's not an official tornado warning in place right now. I'm going to keep my eye on this storm. I'm really shocked. Really shocked this hadn't gone to a warning yet. I'm not knocking at the National Weather Service at all. I'm wondering what's going on from keeping this from being tornado warning, because it's showing a good amount of rotation here, and that's just to the north and west of the Chesapeake area. So we just got into a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that's going to go for Bradford, Russell, and etc. here. But this is going to be your concern right now. I'm going to go over to your rotation strength real quick. Now I do realize over the last couple of scans, it's starting to broaden now, which is great news, which means that this is now starting to become more of a cluster of storms. The inflow is starting to get choked off, which is great news. This is what we want to see. We want to get these storms out of here with little to no problems here in Arkansas. I worry, because that one was, like I said before, that area of rotation just to the west and north of the Baltimore area here, north of Cersei right now. So you're going to have to watch this very, very, very close here. At this point, okay, so we'll have to watch this situation here. Right now, there's a line of storms pretty much from northwestern Arkansas all the way down. Get the tornado watch till noon today. We'll get that graphic out as soon as possible. But right now, severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible for our folks in Cleburne, Southern Independence, and also White County over here. This is north of Cersei. This is the Heber Springs area, Latona, near the Bradford area, just south of the Batesville area at this current time here. Okay, so right now, let's see if there's a new update. Let's see, severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to be for Jackson, White, and Woodruff County. Let's see, tornado possible for the entire line of storms. That's in Logan, Johnson, Newton County. Okay, we've checked those off. Haven't seen any other reports. Heidi or Taylor, if you guys are watching this right now, if you have any reports, let me know. I haven't heard any report. Let me double check something real quick. And let me see something real fast here. I haven't heard any. Let's see. Okay, so right now, looking at Tulsa, haven't heard anything. Let me go over to Little Rock real quick. And right now, I haven't heard any reports. Let's see. They're just continuing to severe thunderstorm warnings, etc. Haven't heard any local storm reports. I can turn that on over here. Let's go back to your Doppler radar for just a little bit, and I'm going to do this, and we'll turn on the local storm force real quickly here. So that's going to be coming up here shortly, and right now, haven't seen any reports in place right now of this thing, producing any damage, any tornadoes or anything like that, which is great news. Regarding the one in White County right now, it looks fairly messy in terms of the tornado threat. It looks like that area of rotation that was in place is starting to broaden out, which is amazing news. But let's take a look here real quickly here. So it looks like, let me see here. Let me go over to your iDrive camera real quickly here. So let me take a look at a couple of things here. I'm going to go over, I've got that pulled up. That's going to be near the Bald Knob area here. So give me just a bit. And I'm going to do this. Let's see, that's going to be near Bald Knob. So looks like that's going to be, let me see. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to get this up. Wow. Look at that, guys. Take a look at that. That is going to be on the bottom of your screen. That is near Bald Knob right now here. So you definitely have what's called a mesocyclone in place right now. So you have what I was worried about. You do have that base in place. Now the question is, where's the rotation going to be? And if it does produce a tornado, it looks like it's going to be, let's take a look real quick. It's pretty much just to the west of the Bald Knob area. So let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. Right now the rotation looks pretty broad, which is great news. Let's go back a couple of frames here, okay? So this is what worried me right out of the jump. Let's take a look, okay? So it looks like a couple of scans ago, good amount of rotation in place. Looks like it's been fairly broad now, and it looks like now the storm is what's called kind of outflowed itself, which is amazing news. But I still worry a little bit that this thing could drop a tornado in any given moment. So we'll watch the situation closely. It is tornado possible for the right reasons. Those that are traveling right now, I highly recommend finding a gas station, grocery store, restaurant, etc. I know it's 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. There's not going to be a lot of options, but finding somewhere is going to be great. If you're traveling right now, I highly recommend, especially if you're going towards the storm right now here. So this is going to be near the Bald Knob area here. Let me do this so that way folks kind of figure out where this is. This is pretty much right now, that is what I will call Highway 167. This is Highway 57, Interstate 57 right now, north and west of Bald Knob. So that's going to be in this particular area here. So let me turn on the road network here so you guys kind of see what's going on. Okay, so right now, okay, so there's Bald Knob. There's where the camera is. It's gonna be right here. So you're looking towards this area here where the rotation was here. So that's what you're looking at right now. So let's go back to that camera real quick. And like I said before, we'll have to keep an eye on here. So you can see it looks ominous, absolutely ominous on here. So right now, if you're watching this, got to keep an eye on it here. Looks like if there were to be any kind of rotation, it's going to be right along that line. I have to keep an eye on it here, okay? So this is going to be to the west and to the northwest on the Bald Knob area, just to the north of the Jasonia area. Searcy, you're not in any immediate danger. This is going to be just to your north. Looks like that tornado warning, severe thunderstorm warning toward pause is going to go until 7 o'clock this morning here. So for right now, as it stands, we do not have any official tornado warnings here in Arkansas. Amazing news. That's what we want to hear. However, we're going to go back over to Western Arkansas for just a bit, not taking anything away from the White County storm here, guys, okay? Got to watch this storm over here, this line of storms that's coming out from Western Arkansas, northwestern Arkansas. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom this out and kind of give you guys a projection on this entire line here. So we're going to do this for your entire line. I'm going to clock and move it to the, let's move it southeast. There we go. 50 miles per hour. So that's going to go for, let's see if you guys can hopefully see this. Let's go back over here. I'm not sure what's going on. Hang on. Alright, give me 1 second here. I'm not sure. There we go. Alright, I was going to say, I'm not sure why it wasn't moving with me. So, the Hartford area, Huntington area, over towards Clarksville, Paris, Boonville, Magazine, Waldron, all the way down to Russellville, Mena, the Darnell area. That's also going to include the Pottsville area, the Atkins area, and also that's going to be the Queen and the Clinton area here. We're going to keep an eye on this entire line of storms as it pushes off towards the east into the southeast. We now have a brand new flash flood warning that is in place that's going to go for the following: northeastern Conway County, northern Pope County, southwestern Cleveland County, and Van Buren County until 9:30 this morning. The operator indicated heavy rainfall in the area. 1 to 3 inches of rainfall has fallen. Additional rainfall amounts to 1 to 2 inches are possible. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to occur in these areas here. So Heber Springs, Clinton, Greers Ferry, that's going to be Fairfield Bay, the Damascus area, Quitman, over towards Sugarloaf recreation area, also the Fairbanks area. So folks that are camping right now, we got a lot of people that are out camping and stuff like that. Make sure that they know that there is the potential of flooding with this as well here, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this up. Looks like they did. The severe thunderstorm warning toward pause is going to be allowed to expire at 7 o'clock, which is amazing news. So with that being said, Arkansas, we are going to kind of revert back to our 24/7 channel. I want to make this crystal clear for everybody that's watching this right now. If you have a Roku device, if you have a Fire TV device, please go download our Arkansas Weather Watchers channel. It has 24/7 weather. When we had the internet issue here earlier on, we run that off of another server. So you guys were able to see the warnings and it was able to pop up and everything like that here. And it's only going to get better, hopefully once things start to quiet down as we move into the summer here. But I highly recommend that you go download that Roku channel and also our Fire TV channel, guys, okay? Do not unplug today, especially if you live in north and central Arkansas. The tornado watch is in place until noon. Make sure that you stay with us. We also have additional storms that will be possible as we move into late tonight and into your Sunday. I know I know you guys are tired of hearing storms here. I'm on the same boat as you guys because we've got a lot of work to do. business-wise and getting stuff, updated and all that. But we can't do that when we have ongoing severe weather, right? So hopefully we get a quiet break coming. I do see that heat ridge that's going to start to build in as we move into late month. But for right now, this is the ongoing situation. But I would highly recommend, guys, that you go download our 24/7 network on Roku and Fire TV. On YouTube, please remember that our stream is 24/7 as well. So you're going to get radar, you're going to get the alerts, you're going to be able to see what's going on here. And on Facebook, unfortunately, we can't have a 24/7 stream on Facebook. I know, I hate it too. But on Facebook, we will have radar updates, and we will go live if we have any additional tornado warnings in place right now. So what I'm going to do, with it being 8 more minutes until 7 o'clock, we're going to hang on until 7 o'clock to see what ends up happening. What ends up happening with these storms here. Once I get off air, I'll get a drink of water and stuff like that. So let's take a look. Let's start over here in eastern Arkansas, northeastern Arkansas, and northern Arkansas. Let's take a look at this particular storm here. So I'm going to clear this off, and we're going to take a look at the storm here near White County here. Now, it appears as of right now, let's take a look at the rotation detection. It appears as of right now, what you want to see, whatever you're trying to see if this thing is producing a tornado or not, all of this green is good news. Okay, pretty much what that means is that there's no area of rotation, not really seeing an area of rotation on radar, which is great news. However, here's the bad news. This is going to be capable of producing 65 to 70 mile per hour winds here, guys. Okay, so the damaging wind threat is definitely there with these storms here. I want to make that crystal clear. Do not ignore severe thunderstorm warnings here. You don't need a red flashing polygon to treat severe weather seriously, okay? These yellow polygons should be more than enough. If you have severe thunderstorm warnings going off on your phone, don't just swipe away. Make sure you know where these storms are, especially if you have any outdoor plans, etc., because these storms will be capable of producing 65 to 70 mile per hour winds as they move into the White County area, etc. These storms are slow moving as well, so flash flooding will be a problem. I kid you not. I have so many people get upset with me when I talk about flash flooding. But flooding is a complete concern, guys, and that is going to be the situation today, regardless if these storms produce tornadoes or they produce damaging winds, etc. Flooding will be a problem across this area, especially across White County, Jackson County, Independence County, etc. So, folks that are, if you know anyone that's camping right now in the Greers Ferry area, the Cleburne County, Van Buren County area, northern White County, if you know anyone that's camping, that is doing stuff outside today, please be mindful of the severe weather that is in place today. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to harp this until the cows come home. Download our Roku and Fire TV channel. If you don't have that, I promise you it is okay. You're not going to miss any updates. You can watch us on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook. And if you have an iPhone, go download our Arkansas Weather Watchers app here, guys. Okay, as a matter of fact, what I'm going to do here, Taylor or Heidi, if y'all can do me a big favor, I'm going to do this before we hop off the air, because I'm gonna sit and watch this until 7 o'clock. I'm going to do this. Let me see here. Okay, so we have our app, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to copy this link, and I'm going to put it in our Discord here. So give me just a bit, and that's going to be it here, guys. So if you can get this in the comments, that'll be great. Okay, so that is our Arkansas Weather Watchers app. I understand it is just for Apple. We're working on getting the Google side of things. It has been a nightmare trying to get Google to approve our app here, but we have it on our Apple side of things here. So if you can get that in the comments, that'll be awesome. I think Heidi's working on it right now. Go download that weather app if you have an iPhone here. You're going to get notifications. You're going to be able to watch the radar and stuff like that. If you have an Android device, like I said before, I do apologize. We don't have it out for Android just yet. We're working with Google to try to get that going over the next few weeks. But in order to get that, we've got to get the weather to slow down, and the weather has just refused to slow down on us over the last couple of weeks here. So for right now, we have it for our Apple side of things. If you have an iPhone, go check us out. Go download that app. It is going to be amazing, and you will get custom notifications with regards to severe weather, any posts that we make, and stuff like that here, guys. Okay, so as it stands right now, another 4 minutes until 7 o'clock. I'm going to kind of hang tight. And what we're going to do here, give me just a quick second. I'm going to go ahead and get this going. So we'll clear this off. I'm going to do this. And we're going to put this back into full screen mode. And there we go. Okay. So for right now, let's take a look at this. Okay. So the broad picture, for those that are watching this, for our folks in Arkansas, this is what we've got going. Okay. And we'll tilt this so it includes our folks down here. Because we haven't talked about southern Arkansas much because there's not much going on down there. But a lot of storms that are coming out from northwestern and western Arkansas. Let's put a track. I'm going to go ahead and do this. And there we go. There's my track tool. So, going to put a track for this entire line of storms. I do realize we do have a new tornado warning that is just to the west of Arkansas. We're going to keep an eye on that. It looks like it's going to go until 7:30. We are going to hop off for a bit, but if that does come into Arkansas, we will go back live here. So we're just going to kind of hang tight for a little bit. But right now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put it for about 50 miles per hour here. So the Altus area, Jasper, Hartville, Huntington, Coal Hill, over towards Mansfield, Western Grove, Paris, Clarksville, Boonville, Lamar, Magazine, Waldron, all the way down to Russellville, Darnell, and then towards the Leslie area. This is what we've got right now. There's a line of storms that's pushing in. I do realize, like I said before, we do have this tornado warning. What we're going to do is at 7 o'clock, I'm going to break away temporarily, get things reset up, get things ready to go, and if that tornado warning gets put out into Arkansas, we will be live here, guys. Okay, so pretty much right now it's at 7 o'clock because we had to go live, kind of like an emergency live for our folks in northwestern Arkansas. We're going to get things reset up. We're going to make sure all of our platforms are ready to go for today, and then if that gets issued into Arkansas at 7:30, we will be live here. But for right now, that's going to be for the entire line of storms here. Heidi, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a couple of images here, so that way whenever I get off the live stream, if you can get this on, we can get this on Facebook as quick as possible here. So I'm going to do one for northwestern Arkansas real quickly here. That's going to be for this entire line of storms. Tornado warning is not in Arkansas just yet, but we're going to kind of watch this very, very closely. Okay, so that's going to be for this one. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send you a couple of screenshots real fast here of the radar so that way we can get this up on Facebook. So that's going to be for that one. And then also we have these other storms over here that are moving very slowly, by the way. I'm going to kind of put a track. There we go. Put a track. Let's see, it's clocked at about 20 miles per hour here. So that's going to be for the other one. And I'm going to send this your way here. So it should be coming up here shortly here, guys. Okay, so give me 1 second. Let's do this. And I'm going to do this real quickly here. Okay, so that's going to be for these two. Okay, should be coming up shortly. Heidi, if you could do me a favor as soon as this live stream is over, get that on Facebook. That would be awesome. But for right now, as it stands, there is no ongoing tornado warnings here in Arkansas as of 7 o'clock. We're going to reset. Like I said, we're not going anywhere, Arkansas. Please make sure you check us out on YouTube, Roku, Fire TV. Our stuff is 24/7 here. We get comments all the time that we're ignoring Arkansas, we're not here, stuff like that. Folks, we're here 24/7. But we've got to get things reset back up and stuff like that because we had to go live emergency-wise for our folks up there in northwestern Arkansas. So I'm going to break away as of 7 o'clock. I'm going to break away temporarily on Facebook. If that tornado warning in eastern Oklahoma gets extended, that is going to go into northern Polk County, P-O-L-K. That's going to be south and west of Waldron, north and west of Mena. If that gets extended into Arkansas, then what's going to end up happening is we will be live back on Facebook, etc. But we will have our YouTube stream up going all day long with constant radar and alerts on there. So please make sure that you are checking that out, Arkansas, on Facebook. You're not being ignored or anything like that. We're going to have radar updates as soon as this live stream's over with. They're going to be constant for the 15-30 minute cycle. If another tornado warning gets issued, we will be here. But for right now, we're going to monitor these storms. But none of these storms right now are posing any immediate tornado activity. So for right now, we're going to break away on Facebook. YouTube's going to continue to go. And also our Roku and Fire TV is going to continue to go as well. And also we're going to monitor that storm in eastern Oklahoma. If that becomes toward in Arkansas. I'm just reassuring you guys right now. If that goes to a war in Arkansas, we will be here, etc. But for right now, we are going to break away from coverage, and we're going to get things reset and kind of get things ready to go here. But that's all I got for you guys right now. We'll continue to keep you guys updated right here, your source for all things Arkansas weather. Thank you so much for watching this video. As a quick reminder, please support our sponsors. They make Arkansas Weather Watchers go 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. And also, if you would like to become a SkyCam sponsor, please contact us at info@arkansasweatherwatchers.org. Thank you so much for watching this video. As a quick reminder, please support our sponsors. They make Arkansas Weather Watchers go